YouTube and Twitch. I got both of them this time. All right, so there's that there. Did I press send on Hootsuite? That is fair. That is fair. I need to post this into the Patreon chat. Yeah. 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 That was, and it was clearly set up to have a sequel. And like, I would have liked to see the, like, how they resolve things, except they lost my trust. I did not click yes on that. Did you click yes on that? I don't know. No, turn off. I found it. Stop. Ugh. Yeah, so yesterday I was in a telecon with like 30 other people, and afterwards I had AI notes, AI notes, AI notes, AI notes, because apparently there's a way to get your email address within YouTube. And so all the AI note takers were sending me notes and inviting me to join the service. And F you, AI notes. F you. Yeah. Yeah. I am fine with transcribing meetings. That is not the same thing as an AI note taker. Yeah. Right. Right. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yes. I Yeah. Yeah, and they don't understand. Right. Right. Yeah. Okay, I'm putting us live on that note. I'm still lining us up. We are just currently setting up, talking to the audience. Hello, audience. Um, I still don't have the chat for Twitch in front of me. Done. Oh, they could hear us the whole time. Okay, so that was live while we ranted about AI, and that's okay. Yeah. 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 All right. So clearly it is the most Saturday of Saturdays. And it really is. It really, really is. So let me finish getting us set up. And I also have YouTube open. Yeah, no, we did not. We screwed up. Now we do. I know I don't. No, I don't. I know myself. I will say publicly what I will say privately. Yeah. Yeah. And that is useful in terms of like people don't have to worry about shit with us. It's just real. Yeah. And that's how it should be. What the fuck everything. Okay, I'm not muted and I'm not swearing at the internet. All right, let me fix this. How Oh, I know. I bet I have loop back turned off. I do. All right. Say something. Say it again. No, why is that not working? Hold on. Hold on. No, it's mine. And I'm clicking all the wrong buttons, of course. Say something. There's now a lag. Okay, hopefully it will catch up. Try again. I don't understand. All right. All right. It's not doing any of the things it said it should be doing. No, I'm going to fix the chroma key once everyone has your audio. So we're going to do this one step at a time. I'm going to delete what I have in loopback. I am going to delete that. I'm going to add in Zoom Fresh. I'm going to replace that layer with a new layer. Say something.
Something.
Okay, now I can't hear you, but they can, but I know how to fix me. So we're a step ahead.
Okay.
Say something.
Something.
Yay, now everyone can
Yay.
hear everyone. All right, so now working on the chroma keying and to stop cutting my own head off. I currently have a flat top. That is the easiest to fix. Welcome to the sausage making.
Hey, hey, it would be CosmoQuest if we didn't have some sausage.
Yeah, this will all get trimmed off later. Okay.
And I'll try not to torture y'all with my clicky clacky keyboard. I think y'all will be happy to know because we have gotten a few complaints about my keyboard, my loud typing. I now have a Bluetooth keyboard that is quiet that I switch over for streaming. So so y'all don't have to listen
Fair.
to my like furious typing.
Okay. Are we ready for me to do a better intro to this
I think so.
nonsense? All
I
right.
think so. We still need to post our videos from 911. Did you post those?
I think they're
Anyway,
posted. I
we can
think they're
worry
all
about that later.
posted. I will have to go
Eh,
double check.
Okay, not now, not now. Sorry,
Mm-hmm.
I'm over here giving Pamela a fright.
It's okay. This is what happens. All right. I'm going to go ahead and get this nonsense started. Hello, everyone, and welcome to After Hours, Hour 2. recorded roughly 24 hours later.
Yes.
Yesterday, Allie was substitute teaching, and since the internet is forever, we decided to heck with it. We would just record when we could because some things are so bad they must be discussed. And this
Yeah.
week, the badness is
Ooh.
the
Mm.
movie Moonfall.
Yes, we did it, folks. We watched it for you.
Now,
All
this
for
is a
you.
movie you selected. I need you to explain to everyone why.
Okay, so
Why?
because some of our audience members, and I won't name names, but you know who you are, um, suggested that we do Moonfall next. So I was like, yeah, sure, let's do Moonfall next, having never seen it.
Did you know anything about it? Because I know I knew nothing about it.
I I knew that it was directed by Roland Emmerich, who directed Stargate and Independence Day and 2012, which is a bad movie but a great disaster movie, in more ways than one. He is one of the Hollywood masters of disaster, and I was kind of excited. I'm like, okay, Roland Emmerich, cool. I don't know what he was doing when he made this. He apparently was just checked out. I don't know. It was a thing. It was a thing that I watched. I watched all 2 hours of this
S-
for
s-
you
Yeah.
guys. Please consider subscribing to our Patreon to make my suffering have meaning.
Yeah, yeah. And I watched this with another one of our community members, Ms. Britt Kitten. Um, I thought she was going to throw things at the screen more than once, but at least it was her own TV I was worried for. Um, so let's start with a basic synopsis of how the movie establishes itself. So it is set in the near future, but was filmed
Yes.
in 2022. So this was the
Yeah.
first thing that left me confused.
Yeah. So it was filmed in 2022, near future. They're still using the space shuttles.
Yes.
And it starts with like Space Shuttle Endeavour repairing, I think, like a satellite or something.
Yeah.
Um
So
and
there's only a crew of 3 for some reason on the shuttle, and there's usually a much bigger crew on the shuttle.
again, we're
Uh,
suffering from the same problem as 911, like severely undercrewed space
yeah.
capsules, shuttles, space stations, whatever. And it's like, okay, I guess government's really cutting the budget, guys.
So they're out there. They have grabbed onto a random satellite. There are 2 dudes on a spacewalk. One is close friends with the mission commander back on board the shuttle,
Played by
um,
Halle Berry.
played by Halle Berry, and they're
Yeah.
just shooting the shit back and forth. The
While Toto's Africa plays in the background.
which was hilarious because they're arguing over the lyrics, as so many people have done, And the junior guy keeps trying to cut in, and they're like, "No, junior, be quiet."
Like mom and dad are talking.
And and then they're attacked by something that is the science fiction grandchild of the Black Ooze from X-Files, the replicants from Stargate, and someone's drunken nightmares.
Yeah. No, it was kind of like the black oil stuff
But it
from
definitely had
X-Files.
replicant energy going with it.
Yeah. And I guess I'll circle back to this later, but there was a lot in it that was like that looked very, very similar to stuff from Mass Effect Andromeda. I'm one of 5 people who actually liked that game. So I will be talking about that later. Ambius, I think you have watched Moonfall. You were one of the people who mentioned it to me a while ago. This might be your fault.
You've
Um,
blocked it out, my friend. You've
yeah, and
blocked it
that's
out.
okay. I don't blame you for blocking it out. I will probably block it out too. It took me 3 days to watch it. Okay. Because I was just like, I can't. Oh my God, this is 2 hours. 2 hours.
So the initial premise of being on orbit, and there was like some weird flashback that I didn't understand to the Apollo era of being on the
Oh yeah, it
moon.
opens with like this like establishing like voiceover of like actual like mission control audio from the Apollo 11 mission, which they they do incorporate that into like what's going on because apparently the government has known about these weird replicant clouds since Apollo 11,
Yeah.
and that's the real reason for the like missing 2 minutes. It's just, yeah. The movie tries.
It
There's an
tries.
attempt. I honestly felt a little let down by it because, again, Roland Emmerich, Independence Day. Independence Day, not a good movie, but a fun movie.
It had a
Such a
cast that
fun,
carried it.
yeah, such a fun movie. It's one of my favorite movies. And so I'm just like, cool, okay, maybe this will be decent. No.
And they had the cast that it had the potential. Halle Berry has a history of not knowing what movies to say yes to. She can both be a spectacular actress and then agree to be in things that abuse her skill set. This was definitely the
Yeah, I was
latter.
about to say, I don't think it's so much about not knowing what to say yes to as it is not knowing what to say no to. I have watched Catwoman, people. I have watched it. I saw it once, and that was one time too many.
Yeah, she should not have said yes. She should have said no. She neither knows when to say yes nor no. So,
But hey, paycheck.
yeah. So, this black swarm of nanobot anger liquid robot attacks them, sets the space shuttle, the arm of the space shuttle, and the spacecraft is attached to wildly spinning. The Canada
Mhm.
arm does not survive. For whatever
Yeah,
reason, Dude Elder is in a manned maneuvering unit, and Dude Younger is just on a tether that snaps. Dude Elder fails to grab Dude Younger, feels terrible, and while the shuttle is violently rotating, manages to get himself into the cargo bay without hurting himself, opens the
and
airlock, which is somehow filled with air again. We do not know how. All the air goes into space, which is dumb and a waste of air. And then,
mhm.
and then he somehow gets into the shuttle, finds Halle Berry character, because apparently we're not even capable of
Sorry.
learning the characters' names.
Yeah, no, I literally in my notes, they are Halle Berry and disgraced astronaut hero.
Yes, yes,
Like that's
same.
it. That
Yeah,
that's like literally, and I've got my notes in front of me.
yeah.
Ambia says, "Isn't this the opening to Gravity?" It might be. I
We
haven't
should do
seen
that one
Gravity either.
next.
I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Just
We're gonna
join us
keep.
as we torture ourselves with
Yeah,
bad
yeah.
space movies. Um.
So so here's where, like, I was fine with having as a MacGuffin that there is angry black oil robot swarm monster on the moon. I was
Yeah.
down with that.
Yeah.
Still
Yeah.
with it. All
Yeah.
good.
That would have been fine. However, what happens? What is revealed?
So he manages to get onto the space shuttle. He's experiencing zero gravity. Halle Berry is attached to a wall, and I've triggered balloons in Zoom, but it isn't going out on stream, luckily.
Okay,
All
that's
right, I
good.
don't know how I did that in Zoom. Um and and he reaches into a wall panel and is by hand firing a valve to bring the space shuttle under control. And that is not how the space shuttle works.
No, no, it doesn't work that way. It was
They
like, I
they
remember my simulations from space camp, and
yeah.
that's not what it does.
They have lost all power and he doesn't try to
Also, can I
reboot.
just say,
Yeah.
none of them appear to be experiencing any G-force while the shuttle's going whop, 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 and it's like, no, you would be like against the bulkhead. And they're just like, like
This is a movie where their relationship with physics is highly variable.
it's whatever they need it to be. Oh, Miss Brick Kitten has entered the YouTube chat.
The person who was ready to throw things at the screen, but it was her own screen, so it would have been okay.
See, it's just like, yeah, nah. I would, normally if I was watching a movie like this on my own, I would have some medicinal assistance, which I did not have because I was doing it for you guys.
So so the word that Ms. Brick-Kitten used was miasma. They're being attacked by black miasma coming from the moon. And
The moon's humors are out of balance.
yeah. And so poor disgraced astronaut. Do you remember what they tried to blame for why the space shuttle lost all power?
No, I don't.
So
What did they blame?
they were
Oh, they
claiming
blamed a solar flare, right? Solar
right.
storm. Solar storm. And at that point, I was like, were the 911 writers watching this movie? I think they were watching this movie.
So we have a very consistent this is apparently what gets blamed, but like as all of us learned earlier this week, the week of Saturday, November 15th, um when there's a solar storm, what happens to the sky, people?
It gets very colorful.
It does. We get bright shinies in the sky that everybody can see. And and so if there'd been a solar storm capable of knocking out the power on the space shuttle, we would have had cool aurora and everybody would have known. And like satellites and stuff would have sent back data and like we would have
Yeah,
known.
yeah. But they're like, they're trying to get him to shut up because, no one can know. No one can know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, pop, pop, please.
They're
My
trying
my
to
cat.
calm you in the yellow tail. So they remarkably were able to essentially pop the clutch on the space shuttle to get it going again.
Which is apparently a thing that you can do in the, movie Magic Space Shuttle.
And this happens more than once. So so it then fasts forward 10 years.
10 years to this adorable little British man posing as a janitor to do a little bit of light academic espionage.
It was kind of hilarious because he was going into this professor's office and calling the desk at Chile, like not a specific observatory, just Chile, to request observations of the distance to the moon, which is something that's done not with a telescope, but with a lunar laser ranging
Mhm.
station.
Which are really cool in their own right, by the way.
They are, and like we are regularly measuring the distance to the moon. It's just like a thing that gets done. Um, hello, Yov. Is that film where the moon's gravity lift up a ship from the ocean? Yes, yes, it
Yes,
is.
yes, but leaves the water in place. Yes.
Yeah. So we're getting to that.
It,
So
it
so
just it keeps getting better. It keeps getting better. And Miss Brickkin says if you need to get yourself into a place, janitor disguise is perfect.
it's true.
Side note on that, I have actually read about that in the, I think either the 60s or the 70s, Soviet spies infiltrated CIA headquarters at Langley, posing as janitors.
I mean, I have got all manner of places just by walking with authority.
Same.
We have both done this at cons. Like, need to get anywhere at con, walk with authority. Do I
Stare
belong
straight
there?
ahead.
No. Am I there anyways? Yes. So British dude whose mom is American, which just left me confused the entire movie. Whose mom also has dementia and is American.
You know what? I didn't even parse that. I was
Hmm.
so busy being weirded out by every single other thing in this movie that
Yeah.
you're right, but I totally did not clock that because I was too busy going, what the heck, at everything else.
So he now has data that apparently the folks in Chile did not parse that the moon was moving closer to Earth. It took him on the internet to do this, and he starts calling people together and trying to phone up the NASA director. Do you remember who he managed to get instead?
Oh yeah, he gets the gift shop lady.
But it's like the middle of the night. What
Yeah,
gift
I
shop
know. It's the
lady
middle
is
of the night. I'm like,
there?
what are you doing there, gift
Right.
shop lady? Like, I have questions. What are you up to? Like,
Yeah.
clearly she is up to something.
So rogue midnight gift shop lady who's sitting at the cash register and dressed ready to check people out and not dressed to do restocking is like, I can't get the director at the middle of the night, but I can send you to the call. And it's like, what I do not understand. I do
I
not
don't know. I would have
understand.
loved to have been in this writer's room.
They tried. They did try.
I
And
think they were on some good stuff.
yeah.
Uh,
So then
okay, we're only like 10 minutes into the movie by this time, right?
it's
Like 10,
true.
15 minutes.
But British guy with an American mother who I couldn't understand and don't remember the name of, did have the best cat name ever.
Yes, his cat's name is Fuzz Aldrin.
So I do approve of what he named the cat completely. And and so we now start getting uh all of our main characters, of course, are now going to start doing things that eventually lead to them meeting up.
Yep, yep.
We have a disgraced astronaut dude wakes up late, has his landlord demanding 3 months rent. He sneaks out the back window of his house and takes off on a motorcycle to give a talk at Griffith Observatory. We have a director of NASA lady who was the commander of the space shuttle with
Yes.
him,
Halle Berry.
Halle Berry. So Halle Berry walks into a
D-
data reduction room of some sort
Yeah,
at NASA headquarters, not JPL,
that
which was
looks a lot shinier than anything NASA looks.
it definitely has game streamer lighting rather than NASA fluorescent lighting. Um and they're all like, the moon has changed orbits
No, it's
today.
great. Like, this is when you start getting some really amazing lines, right? And it's like the moon's orbit has shifted. It's like, what? And then someone says that, and I can't remember if it's in that scene or if it's in a later scene with the British guy, but someone says that the moon is billions of years old. Like, is that, how old is the moon?
It's about 3.5 billion years old.
Okay.
It's a little bit younger than the Earth because it's part of Earth and a former planet called Theia that collided about 3.5 billion years ago. And this collision, yeah, led to the formation of the moon. I didn't double check that number. It's one I pulled out of my head. I may be off by a billion years there, but it
Okay.
is younger
Okay.
than the Earth.
But it is billions of years old. Okay.
Yeah, it is. So are we though. So that's not a big deal. Um, but they meant to imply that the moon was significantly older than the Earth, and it's
Yeah,
younger than the
yeah,
Earth.
yeah, yeah.
And fake British dude, we're just gonna go with fake British dude, is like, it's hollow. And I'm like,
Yeah, he keeps insisting that the moon is hollow, and this is how you find out that he's part of some like conspiracy theorist group, and they're called megastructurists, and they believe that the moon is an alien megastructure.
it's a Dyson sphere, apparently. And I'm like, but Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter can measure its moment of inertia. Like, this is literally what's going through in my head. So Ms. Brick Kitten is yelling at the TV while I'm just like, but moment of
Like
inertia.
what?
My
Yeah,
brain vapor locked because the way spacecraft orbit around the moon would be different if that sucker was hollow. It's not
yep,
hollow.
yep.
Yeah. So we've now met Halle Berry character has found out that the moon has shifted. Uh the fake British dude is trying to get people's attention that the moon has shifted.
Hmm.
And a former astronaut dude is behind on rent.
It's behind on rent and like trying to like secure bail for his son. Uh,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
there's all these like side stories about like the characters' families and stuff that's like, it's
It
meant
was
to like
those
kind
were
of,
okay. They were
yeah,
fine.
but it also just felt like it dragged on way too long.
Mhm. Like, if they had a science advisor and made this a TV show, it would have been good, and it actually opened up for multiple seasons. The lack of
Yeah, I
science
think that
advisor.
like I also think that it would have made like a perfectly fine, like fun, bad sci-fi movie if it had been like put in the hands of people who were like actually having fun with it.
Yeah.
And that's what like kind of made me sad was because it seemed like no one was having fun. Like, and it's just kind of, and also just all the like mid CGI. So much mid CGI.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Ambia says none of this is as bad as that one Doctor Who episode where the moon ends up being an egg. See, like Doctor Who, that's just kind of Doctor Who's bread and
Yeah, you
butter is
expect
like
that.
wacky, not quite science fiction stuff, and
Yeah.
it's like that whole episode, The Impossible Planet, where they're like on a planet that is orbiting a black hole, like
Yeah.
right up against the black hole. And then turns out it's being held there by Satan. So as you do. And this is like an episode from like David Tennant's first season, so I feel fine
Yeah.
spoiling it.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
first or second season. I don't know. I haven't watched the show since Donna was a companion, since her first season as a companion. So like, don't listen to me.
So we have the touching family drama of defunct astronaut dude ended up having to get a divorce after he was kicked out of NASA because he refused to stop saying that they were attacked by weird black alien whatever it was and go with the party line that there was a solar storm. He lost his house, he lost his family, his college-age son is now uh doing Grand Theft Auto Joyride edition. He's down and out. And while all of this is going on, he finds out from the TV news that the moon has moved. And this is after, while he was the one who's supposed to be talking at Griffith's Observatory. So he shows up and British dude had been pretending to be the astronaut and like teaching a bunch of kids crazy shit, as you do.
Which like you get to hear him say stuff like the moon is hollow and there must be something wrong with the moon's power source.
Right, right. And And so you're getting like foreshadowing here in the most delightful of ways. Because, of course, he's going to turn out to be completely right.
Yeah, yeah, of course. And also like it's mentioned several times like he's apparently an Elon Musk fanboy. And I'm
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah. Like the line, what would Elon do, is
yeah, and
used.
then I was just like, probably drop acid and get lost in his own house. Like that, let's
I
be
mean, that
real.
is kind of the correct response to the world is going to be destroyed
You know
by
what? That's probably what I would do too. Uh,
not
let's be
acid,
fair.
but yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so so defunct astronaut dude calls up Halle Berry character and she's like, yeah, the moon's moving. And we now need to
Like
launch.
actually.
And they're going to remove the space shuttle from the museum in Los Angeles, which it turns out is where NASA headquarters is somehow. So apparently they were at JPL, we find out. And and they're going to get the space shuttle ready in a matter of days from
Yeah, because they're
having been
like
in a museum. And they're talking about how it had the least number of pieces removed compared to other space shuttles. Like, where are those pieces being stored, people? They somehow
yeah, I don't
have
know.
SRBs on hand. They somehow have,
The O2 tank.
yeah.
Like
And they're going to launch from Vandenberg. Like, they somehow have an assembly building and crawler and everything else at Vandenberg.
right, right. I thought that that was so funny because when they do get to Vandenberg, like it just sort of looks like they took like um the whole like Cape Canaveral complex and just like
Yeah.
plunked it down in the
Yeah.
mountains. And it's
Which
just
is not a
like that's
thing.
not what it looks like.
But they did have the most amazing geodesic greenhouse dome. I want that greenhouse
Yes.
dome.
Yes. That was awesome.
So there's somehow, I don't think Vandenberg's that much in the mountains. Like, I know it's surrounded by mountains, but like somehow Vandenberg and Colorado had the exact same landscape.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know.
So at this point,
I
we
think we skipped like way ahead.
did we?
I don't know.
So the notes I have is Fuzz Aldrin, former astronaut. Uh, I just wrote former astronaut. That's all I wrote. And then moon out of orbit can launch within a day. And I
I
underlined that.
yep. And my notes, I may post these at some point. I just also have I kept like writing down various quotes from the movie because it was just funny.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like the moon could be some sort of orbital megastructure. We all know the moon is a constructed object.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I just wrote and underlined Dollar Store Independence Day when I was watching it a couple of nights ago.
Yeah. Yeah. So after announcing that they're gonna launch in a couple of days and it's in an LA museum and they're launching from Vandenberg, which I think is like a few hours drive apart.
Yeah, something like that.
We see the shuttle on the back of a 747 getting flown, and we don't have any of those anymore.
Yeah, the like special ones that transport the space shuttle, like those don't exist anymore. And it would take a while to retrofit one, like it's just
Yeah. Yeah, this is
I don't know. I'm just like, okay, okay. And
yeah.
the thing is, it's like this movie was made in 2022, a while after they decommissioned the space shuttle. So it's like it has no excuse.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then this whole time I'm like, they're gonna fly a space shuttle to the moon. What the hell?
And the part that broke me here, there were so many parts, but the part that particularly broke me is they're planning to do an unpowered landing on the moon of the space shuttle because they have somehow figured out, because they launch, we missed the other crew that went.
Oh yeah, they launch another crew, and of course, because they aren't the main characters,
They
they
die.
die. There's a
So
like yeah.
so they it's a European crew. So this is what my insane notes are. The moon is out of orbit. They talk to ESA. ESA is going to be able to launch a crew in one day
This is what
to
it
the
takes for
moon.
NASA and ESA to team up.
And and they get there and you see like the black nanorobot ooze come flying out of
Yeah.
a crater. Yeah.
Stephen White says, yeah, how many days does it take to travel to the moon in real life? 3. But remember, the moon has come closer to the Earth in this movie, so it takes less time, an indeterminate less time. I like it's just this movie is like the embodiment of like just roll with it. Like
Yeah.
nothing makes sense.
Yeah. So that one day later the moon is way closer. The humans get eaten. Uh Dude is desperately trying to get his kid out of jail for stealing a car.
Hmm.
Because subplots were a thing. And Halle Berry characters like the ESA crew learned that electronics are what attract the black stuff.
The nanobots, the artificially intelligent cloud.
Yeah,
Is there a joke here about the cloud?
yeah. It's always the cloud. It's always the cloud. And and so they have to land without power. And apparently, disgraced astronaut dude is the only astronaut who has ever landed a space shuttle unpowered.
Hmm.
And so he's going to have to land the space shuttle on the moon unpowered.
I'm sorry, this is the only way he'll calm down.
It's okay. It's okay. I think a cat is necessary in this moment. Um, so they're getting ready at Vandenberg that they have flown the space shuttle to from the California Science Center in Los Angeles on a 747 that doesn't exist. And they let us know that they're going to refuel the shuttle on orbit using Elon Musk's fueling station. You'd forgotten that part. I broke her.
Like, yeah, there's so much stupid in this movie that like I keep forgetting things.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wait,
so
oh, I knocked my camera.
it's all right. Yeah. So they fly up to the refueling thing. And the thing about the main engines on the space shuttle is they're fueled by the external tank. The fuel goes from in the giant orange tank that is in the center of that trio of rockets that the
Hmm.
shuttle rides attached to. The fuel goes from that tank into the engines of the shuttle where it does space shuttle engine stuff.
Hmm.
It's not like the shuttle has tanks.
Nope.
And and somehow they're able to control the flow from the fueling station into the shuttle via valves inside the space shuttle, which that part I'm just going to move on from, whatever. But as they are refueling, they see the moon rising over the edge of the earth, and this is where we see for the first time tendrils of atmosphere reaching up and tendrils of moon surface reaching down
Yeah, it's
as
just
the
very like
moon becomes so close that that the
Earth's atmosphere just gives it a hug. I think this is the point where like I was just messaging Pamela. I'm like, Pamela, the moon. Oh my
So
God, wait till you see the moon.
so I skipped a step in here.
That's okay. I don't think anyone will notice.
So
Sorry.
they find out on the ground that they're going to refuel using Elon Musk's thing, and I wrote that down. I was like, WTF, like incompatible technology, whatever.
Yep.
And then in this conversation, they find out they have 28 minutes to launch before the moon is too close and is also close enough. Do you remember the 2 out of 3 engines part?
Oh yeah, and then, like we only have 2 engines. Can you fly the space shuttle with 2 engines
To the moon,
to the
which is
moon?
now in low Earth orbit.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can't get ready to stream in 28 minutes, folks. My butt has to be in this chair more than 30 minutes ahead of time, or I don't make it through my checklists.
yeah. When the space shuttles were actually like actively being used and
Yeah.
like launched out of
Kennedy.
Kennedy, like it would take multiple days just to get the shuttle to the launch pad. Like that, the crawlers, and they literally like, yeah, they literally like set it down on this specially made thing, crawler, that's on like a specially made road, and it's upright and completely assembled. The SRBs, O2 tank, everything, the orbiter, um, and it just scoots to the launch pad, and it takes days because it can't move too fast because it's huge, and also they don't want to tip it over.
And they somehow go from wearing civvies to being in astronaut spacecraft and ready to go in 28 minutes.
Yeah,
And they found a
it
spacesuit
ta-
for the overweight British not dude. Not British dude, rather.
sure.
All right. So they see the moon coming at them, and they get told there's going to be a gravity wave passing over them. Did you catch that?
Oh, is this like the gravity wave that like sucks all the oxygen out? And so everyone's got to be in their like little.
So that comes later. This
Okay.
this is the gravity wave that's going to hit the space shuttle at the refueling depot.
Oh, right. Gravity waves, because that's how gravity works, right?
And they can see the gravity waves coming.
Yeah, of course. Of course I can. Just
No. No. And so
I'm just like, and Pamela's like, I am uncomfortable in astrophysicist.
yeah, yeah. And the whole getting to the moon is preposterous. They have 28 minutes to get on board and get launched. There is rising ocean levels due to the tidal forces of the moon, where they have giant waves and tendrils and things rising up, and it's capable of having water go all the way
Mhm.
inland to Vandenberg. And as the shuttle is launching, it gets engulfed in ocean water and emerges from a wave that has just eaten a helicopter.
Yeah, this big old Chinook like, helicopter.
Schnook dead, shuttle fine.
Yeah, yeah, just like
And they also somewhere had a moon lander and rover that they have managed to load into the space shuttle cargo bay that's going to be important later in a matter
yep,
of days.
yep,
And
yep.
it's a high speed, maneuverable lander thing. It's wild.
Yeah, because sure. I'm getting shorter because my cat is behind my computer pulling on my uh my webcam
Yeah.
because Flint
Yeah.
knows when I'm streaming, and so he tries to like stop me from streaming.
Yeah. So after they get hit by the ocean wave during takeoff, we're just going through the movie out of order.
And we get this dramatic shot of like the space shuttle coming up out of the water that has engulfed it, and just this bad CGI water.
And they get like 30 seconds into flight when one of the SRBs fails.
Yeah, and I'm like, if that happened, you're not hitting escape velocity. If
No.
that happens, like
No.
it's like boom, like that's what's gonna happen there if the SRB falls away too soon.
And
Um,
somehow they don't do a sudden left as the other SRB keeps firing.
right? Because yeah, if one fell off, it should have been like just whoop.
Well,
And
and it
again, we
cut
have
off was the thing.
yeah, well, we also have the problem that like I feel like almost every movie involving like some sort of like spacecraft launch has, where it just goes straight up. It just goes straight up. It doesn't
Well, it is
arc.
trying to intercept the moon, which is straight up.
Sure, sure. Oh, and then they talk about getting a gravity assist from the moon
Because
while it's
it is now in low Earth orbit at this point. It isn't yet touching the atmosphere yet, or at least in the stratosphere. That's to come.
it gets better. And by better, I mean uh yeah. And then Miss Britt Kitten says, but the gravity from the moon is pulling them into orbit. Yes, that's a thing that happens in this movie.
So they have one SRB kick out. They jettison both SRBs, and then for reasons I couldn't understand, they jettisoned their external tank.
Yeah, yeah, and they're like, and it's like, let the moon pull us. Because again, this is apparently how gravity works
And they're going to a
in this
refueling
movie.
station that is apparently in the exact right place, given the moon and everything else.
Yeah, you know what? I will give 911 credit. They at least tried to pay lip service to orbital mechanics.
Yeah.
Um, this did not at all.
And so we have this weird thing going on where we're now starting to see the planet Earth getting destroyed, and everyone at Vandenberg is trying to send their family to Colorado,
Hmm.
which apparently they can drive to, even though they had to fly the shuttle from Los Angeles to Vandenberg.
Yeah.
And as we're watching, you see gravity differentially affecting things. So, like, kids are getting pulled off the ground, but adults aren't. There are people having to get into buildings, and you see a tractor almost getting pulled out of the building, but the kids leaning against the wall are fine.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I just want to do force diagrams for all of this and point out that the mass of the thing getting pulled on doesn't matter. It's the mass of the moon and the mass of the earth that matter in this situation.
Yep.
And yes, the world should be getting tidally disrupted, but not the way they depicted it. And I just kept thinking, tidal forces don't work that way.
How would the tidal forces work though? Like
So, so,
say something like this actually happened. Like how would the tidal forces work?
so first of all, you have a tide on the side nearest the moon and on the side furthest from the moon.
Hmm.
And so both sides would be experiencing tidal force insanity. So you'd get super high ocean, you'd get rocks getting levitated, I guess,
Hmm.
on both the side of the Earth closest to our fatally approaching moon and furthest from the fatally approaching moon. You could have things that are experiencing less pull to Earth, but Earth is still closer and still bigger. So you are not going to lose your ability to be on the surface of the Earth at any point in this journey. What you can see is as the Earth gets squished, for lack of a better term, um, you'll see cracking and faulting and volcanism, but the moon, which is much, much smaller, which we will give them, it's supposed to be an alien megastructure. It is supposed to have a surface of rocks on top of it, so maybe it is structurally compatible with what it's going through. Stuff will be coming off the moon, not coming off the Earth. There, I said it. So the moon is visibly pulling off the Earth's atmosphere, not causing it to expand while still being attached to the Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And they have people not experiencing lower oxygen levels, but experiencing no oxygen levels. So there's like this whole subplot of they have to like go steal oxygen tanks, and the kid has gotten out of jail and is now saving his step siblings and Halle Berry's child. And there's this whole Halle Berry's nanny.
Yeah, I was so confused about it because I'm just like, at first, I'm just like, Halle Berry lesbian? Uh,
So we
like I was like confused because I was just like, oh, is that like her wife or her girlfriend? And then apparently it was her nanny, but it may have not been her nanny. It may
right.
have been her girlfriend or wife.
It was very confusing.
But Hollywood is like allergic to showing queer people,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like question mark. I don't know. Because then
Yeah.
it was like, and then they like show her ex-husband, and I didn't catch that it was ex, so I was like, oh, it must be the nanny. And then I find out
No.
ex-husband, and I was like,
Yeah.
not the nanny? I don't know.
Yeah. So that was just sort of
On the diagonal says she's a foreign exchange student. It's a single line drop. I think I can be forgiven for
yeah.
not catching that.
Yeah. Thank you for catching that for us. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I sorry. I was just I think I was so excited living in a world temporarily where Halle Berry was playing a lesbian that I just kind of checked out.
And I just couldn't tell the age of the characters. I mean, it's not like Halle Berry ages. The
No.
woman is an elf. So
That threw all of the X-Men movies for her, even though her wigs were terrible. Um anyway.
so we now have Earth is getting destroyed.
Mhm.
The space shuttle has a electromagnetic pulse device on board. They have launched with Halle Berry, defunct astronaut, and fake British dude.
I love that you keep calling him like disgraced and defunct. It's great. You keep alternating between the two, and I love it. Because it's like six of one, half a dozen of the
Right,
other.
exactly. So we have our motley crew uh headed to deploy electromagnetic pulse, and they release the electromagnetic pulse device and turn off all of their electronics. They
Hmm.
think.
They think.
But they apparently forgot cell phones are electronic, and everyone somehow forgot that the remote control for the EMP is electronic.
Yeah, yeah. This is like right up there with like on in Pacific Rim when they say that everything on the giant robot is analog. And I'm like,
Right.
no.
No. No.
And it has like a digital display screen, right? And it's like, no, no,
You
no.
don't know what that word means. Well played.
Speaking of movies that have wacky, nonsensical science but are delightful and wonderful, wonderful movies, Pacific Rim.
I love kaiju. I really
I
truly love
love
kaiju.
it. It's like, oh, Guillermo del Toro directed a robot smashing monsters
Yes.
movie.
And his Frankenstein. Go see his Frankenstein,
I
people.
still need to watch it.
Oh my goodness.
It's on
Go.
Netflix, right?
It I saw it in the theater. I don't know where it is. It's in the theater. Um
On the diagonal says disgraced astronaut feels like it was a part written for Chris Pratt. I forget which actor. I don't remember who the actor is, but the role and the actor does kind of feel like dollar store Chris Pratt.
I agree with that take. I do agree with that take.
It is very dollar store Chris Pratt. So we have dollar store Chris Pratt in Dollar Store Independence Day. Which is just what I've been calling this movie. I just want to be like, Roland, what happened?
So so they get to the moon and somehow they have the space shuttle in a lunar stationary orbit over an area on the moon, but they're
Mhm,
in like the altitude you'd expect lunar reconnaissance orbiter to be at. So like this is an impossible orbit, but whatever. They're apparently, I guess, in a
mhm.
Lagrange point now that the Earth and the moon are so close together.
Sure.
They've
We'll
deployed
go with
the
that.
EM thing. The EM thing is not getting consumed. And then they jump into their lunar rover thing that ends up being like highly maneuverable as they race the nanobot things for a hole in the surface of the moon.
Yeah. Yep. So they are descending into the mega structure. And when they get in there, it looks so much like the relic or relics in Mass Effect Andromeda, which are mega structures. Um uh, underneath planets that were made by like a mysterious ancient race. And yeah, it looks so much like the
Yeah.
relics. I'm like, did like it's just kind of I
And
have questions.
they have these massive rotating gyroscope things, and I'm like, there's a gyroscope in the moon, and then the Halle Berry character is that's a gyroscope in the moon. Just like, all right, okay.
It gets better, everyone. And by better, I mean worse. What's
So
at the center of the megastructure? What's powering it, Pamela?
a white dwarf star.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Now, white dwarfs, people, are not significantly smaller than the moon. They are roughly the size of the moon and the mass of the sun. And while somehow the moon has been increasing in mass throughout this movie, which they never explain,
But they say it,
ever.
right? That it's increasing in mass.
They say it's increasing in mass.
They very much conflate mass and size, which is not accurate, like as we know from white dwarf stars that have like an incredibly dense mass but are small. Um, so it's like, it's just
So the moon is increasing in mass, decreasing in distance. Gravity is variable, and there's a gyroscope surrounding a white dwarf more than 20 kilometers down from the surface of the moon. And they end up racing to the center of the structure where just as they're about to get eaten by the black stuff that is following them, a tractor beam grabs them and pulls them in. And now we're doing the movie Contact.
yep. It's time for exposition. Exposition. Here's where I confess that I have never seen Contact.
That's okay.
I've never watched it. I read the book when I
The
was
book
like
is so good. If you've read
I
the
read it
book,
when I
you
was
don't need
like
to watch the
10.
movie.
I
Okay.
was read it when I was 10. I
Reread the
should
book.
probably read it as an adult. I loved it. It's probably what got me into like astrophysics and stuff. Like it's just I know I'm a weird duck. I have an English degree, but I do science as a hobby. Like,
I have a science degree and pretend to be a journalist. We're good. So, so they of course run out of air just as they get to their landing point, and then the capsule opens,
and
and
we can breathe. There's
and
oxygen in the megastructure.
and somehow disgraced astronaut dude is brought out to talk to child version of his son.
Yeah, yeah, and this is when it get like you get the weird like exposition from the like machine consciousness and like it is definitely like it's a tried and true exposition vehicle in science fiction, but it's so badly executed here.
And we find out everything a weird British dude uh has said is true. It's a generation ship.
Mhm.
It does have a massive power source that has been faltering in the center. Uh it brought life to Earth, seeded all life on Earth.
Yep. But the aliens that it's a generation ship for, what are they, Pamela?
They are humans. They are
Yes.
us.
Hmm.
Because apparently humanity, and this is where it becomes Battlestar Galactica.
Yep, I was about to say, I was like, I think I've seen this before and it wasn't much better. Like,
So
because, oh, that series finale of Battlestar Galactica was a hot mess.
yeah, this went all the way back to the Caprica series. So the past human civilization had created AI that when it became self-aware, decided to try and kill off all life, as self-aware AIs always do in TV and film.
Hmm.
Unless they make us batteries, that's also an option. And and so this is the only generation ship that escaped while they were under attack by their own AI that had like become the replicants from Stargate. And and
But that,
so it's
yeah,
been watching over the earth since seeding it with life and waiting for humanity to make it to the moon so that they could reveal everything. Except, of course, the aliens found them. The alien black nanobot things found them
yep,
instead.
yep.
Yeah, yeah. So we now have the moon entering the atmosphere. And of course,
Hmm.
humanity, by which I mean the United States, is getting ready to launch all of its nukes at the moon. And they've
Because, and I mean, that's probably one of the most realistic things about this is that, like, of course, the US government be like, nuke it. Oh, we're going to completely irradiate the Earth in the process? That's a tomorrow problem.
and so it's of course Halle Berry's husband, ex-husband, who has the second key for unlocking all the nukes they're now going to fire. And he has just found out that his ex-wife and the mother of their child is on the moon, and he can't do his job. He can't turn the key, and no one takes the key away from him. That's the thing. Like, they're in a room with a whole bunch of military dudes, and the other dude is like, turn your key. He's like,
Yeah,
won't turn my
yeah.
key. And and they somehow think, and now we're back to Armageddon, that all the debris from the moon is somehow not going to fall to the earth and destroy the planet. I'm not sure where they think it's going to go.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
And
I don't know
and
either.
and so they've basically decided to irradiate the planet and bombard it with chunks of moon instead of just destroying the planet with tidal forces and the Roche-Lobe limit. I do not understand.
It's not meant to.
But they can apparently only launch when the moon is over Colorado, which is now where all of them are.
Hmm.
And and so do you want to explain the final dramatic British
Oh my
dude
God.
scene.
Oh, yeah, it's kind of sweet because it's like they need someone to stay behind to like hit the EMP thing. I'm going to use very technical terms here. And of course, disgraced astronaut dude's like, I need to redeem myself. I'll do it. I'll save the world. And nice, sweet British conspiracy theorist guy is like, no, I'll do it.
He
Like
really was the hero of the movie at every turn.
he was. And I think that honestly, like I think that's one of the redeeming qualities of
Yeah.
the movie is just this very sweet, earnest nerd
Conspiracy theorist. We've all
is
met them.
conspiracy,
Your
yeah, who
internet's on the
is
struggle
just is
bus. Say that again. You're back now. You're back
I
now.
said okay, yay. I don't know how I feel about the implication that it's like, oh, the conspiracy theorist was right, actually. It's like we don't need to encourage the flat earthers people. Um,
Or the Hollow
but
Earthers.
are the hollow earth? Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no. Oh no. But I do think it was like very cute that the 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 sweet nerd man got to be the hero, got
Yeah.
to like sacrifice himself to save humanity. And it was very, like, I don't know. I think this movie could have been so much
It
fun
could
in
have.
better hands.
Yes.
Like, it's a really
Yes.
fun concept. It kind of makes me want to play with it and see if I could do it better.
So in the end, sweet dude stays behind, triggers the EMP. The black nanobot alien monster critters go boom.
Mhm.
You see the Halle Berry and defunct astronaut characters racing out of the moon in their high speed capsule,
Yep.
heading towards the Earth, going through Earth's atmosphere, and somehow landing in the Colorado mountains.
Totally chill.
Totally chill. And also, a chunk of the Chrysler building has landed in the Colorado mountains.
Yes.
Still
Because,
recognizable as a chunk of the
yeah,
Chrysler
because
building.
why not? Sure.
Gravity works like tornadoes now.
Apparently. And hurricanes. Who knew? I
Yeah.
another thing I do like is that they don't do any like romantic tension between disgraced astronaut and Halle Berry.
No.
They're they're work bros. Like they
I'm good with
are.
that.
Yeah, no, I love that. It's
Yeah.
like they're friends. Like friendship saves the world, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. We need more
it's
like that,
nice. Yeah, exactly. I want more of that. And we're still not clear if she's a lesbian or not. So,
which is cool.
yeah,
But
I'm like, okay.
but then in that final scene we find out his ex-wife's husband has died and there's this spark and it's just like ew. And
Yeah, yeah, I'm just like, no,
and
no.
and Halle Berry's ex-husband somehow swoops in a matter of minutes to rescue them from next to the defunct Chrysler building.
Yeah, because what is time?
And so the whole planet has now been destroyed.
Hmm.
But it returns to British dude with American mother. And this is
Yeah,
where it was like set up for I like want to see the sequel to this. I want to see
yeah,
what they were going to do to it.
yeah, like it's like the British dude, like the machine, the good machine, not the bad
Yes.
machine, the good
Yeah.
machine, up like scanned his consciousness into the system, so he's alive-ish, and then it's like the machine's like appearing to him as his mother
Yeah.
and like telling him that like he's gonna be the next step or whatever, and then yeah, it was sequel bait for a much more interesting movie.
Yes. And so weirdly, like as soon as the black nanobot craziness
Hmm.
is taken care of. They have removed the entire surface off the megastructure. The megastructure instantly starts moving away. Its gravity returns to normal, and everything is somehow fine at this point.
Totally fine. Yeah,
Totally fine. And the whole movie, I think, spans like 10 days.
something like that. I lost track because just every minute felt like an eternity at one point. Like literally, I kept marking where I was in the movie in my notes, and it's just I think I like stopped doing that at like 50 minutes.
Yeah.
Just yeah. Guido says they should have given it to Tim Burton. Mars Attacks 2, Moon Attacks. I'd watch it.
Fair. Fair. I mean, they were clearly trying to write a love letter to Battlestar Galactica, to Contact, to all these different things that they drew inspiration from. But like they just ignored the whole what humans are capable of doing in what amount of time. And if they'd spread the timeline out, they
Mhm.
could have allowed it to be so much better. And and physics. I'm just gonna say,
Mhm.
and physics.
Yeah. On the diagonal says sequel Sunfall. That yeah. Um sorry, that made me think of like Danny Boyle's movie Sunshine.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
It's a sci-fi movie where there's like a crew on a spaceship that is being sent out to reignite the sun. That the sun
That's
has
not a
gone
thing.
out. It's in far in the future, the sun has gone out, and they are going to reignite the sun.
Not a thing. Not a thing.
No, I know it's not a thing, but it's a surprisingly compelling movie.
Danny Boyle is like really capable of doing really good movies.
Mm,
But that oh, mistakes were made.
yeah, I
Okay.
know.
So
28 Days Later is one of my favorite movies. I still haven't seen the newest one.
so next we're going to do Gravity, I'm hearing.
I guess we're doing Gravity next,
All
which
right.
not a hardship for me watching a Sandra Bullock movie.
Exactly.
Um, so yeah.
So this has been Pamela and Allie verbally saying what they would have shitpost on Blue Sky, except they
Yep.
like their followers.
Yep. Yep. And we like you too, which is why we watch this
It's
for
true.
you, for you. Yeah.
This is for you.
And if you're able, please kick in some money.
Yeah.
So,
Our ability to do verbal shitposting is strictly a function of folks like you supporting us through patreon.com/CosmoQuestX. If you want to see more content like this, we would love this to be all we did was share
yeah.
science,
Yeah.
shitpost, talk about the boundary between science and science fiction. Um, so yeah, uh, please consider donating to enable this to happen.
Yes.
And we will be back. We call this CosmoQuest After Hours, Hour 2, because in Hour 1, we do interviews with interesting people talking about the things that excite them about science. Next week, we are going to be joined by Alex White to talk about their books, their use of science in world building. Alex and I were both part of development for the most recent Alien video game, and I've had the pleasure of working with Alex on some of their books. So we hope that we will see you for that. And hour 2 is normally recorded after that interview, but we both have other jobs because this doesn't pay us a full-time
Yeah.
job. And Allie was
Yep.
substitute teaching yesterday. So that is
I'm still
awesome.
teaching economics.
Ooh, less awesome. All right.
I can do a little bit of everything. Um,
So, with
On that
all
note,
on that note, the next stream here on CosmoQuest is going to be the release of our next episode of Escape Velocity Space News, which will premiere Wednesday night.
yes,
That is November 19th.
yes, Wednesday night,
And
and our patrons will probably get it tomorrow or Monday morning, because substitute teaching unfortunately put me behind my editing schedule.
and we were also waiting to see what New Glenn did. And New
Yeah,
Glenn
yeah. To be
did
fair,
amazing.
yeah, I still need to go watch the launch. I missed it because I was substitute teaching.
Well, it was amazing. The VOD is over on our Twitch channel. So if you too need to watch the thrills and spills and everything between of New Glenn,
Nuclear.
go check it out.
Mhm. Yes.
All right. So with that, we are going to bid you adieu, I think. Any parting
Mhm.
words?
And my brain just went whoop.
And that's fine.
Yep.
All right. So, wherever you are in the world, go forth and have a wonderful morning, evening, or afternoon, and somewhere, somewhen. We will see you on the other side. Bye bye, everyone.
Hey.